everyone, welcome to our channel Knowledge of Friends. Subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. अगर आपने हमारे चैनल फर्स्ट टाइम देख रहे हो या अभी तक आपने हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है, इट्स अ रिक्वेस्ट कि आप हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो सो दैट हम जो भी वीडियोस डालें वो आपके पास सबसे पहले पहुंचे। एंड सेकेंडली, अगर आपको हमारा वीडियो अच्छा लगे तो प्लीज़ हमारे वीडियो को लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करो सो दैट ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों के पास वीडियो पहुँचे और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग इसका यूटिलाइजेशन भी कर सकें। आज की क्लास की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो आप देख सकते हैं आज हम इंग्लिश वोकैबलरी की क्लास करेंगे। इंग्लिश वोकैबलरी में भी आपका क्लास नंबर 7 चल रहा है। क्लास 6 हम ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं जिसमें हमने 315 वर्ड्स ऑफ वोकैबलरी ऑफ इंग्लिश वोकैबलरी वी हैड डन दैट. Now we'll start with a 316th word, and now we will continue with all these words with knowing their meaning. And today we start with the first word, that is the 316 word. The word is tribute. The tribute word is used as noun, and the meaning of tribute is an act, statement or a gift that is intended to show the gratitude, respect और एडमायरेशन, जिसे हम कहते हैं बेसिकली ट्रिब्यूट इज़ दैट आप ऐसा काम या ऐसा स्टेटमेंट कर रहे हो, ऐसा गिफ्ट दे रहे हो फॉर शोइंग दैट ग्रेटिट्यूड, फॉर शोइंग दैट रिस्पेक्ट, फॉर शोइंग दैट एडमायरेशन, दैट यू कैन यूज़ द वर्ड ट्रिब्यूट देयर. एंड हिंदी ट्रिब्यूट स्टैंड्स फॉर श्रद्धांजलि. श्रद्धांजलि आप ट्रिब्यूट कहते हैं इंग्लिश में. ओके, देन यू कैन यूज़ द वर्ड ट्रिब्यूट देयर. Now moving on with the next word that we have here, 317th word, and the word is alleviate. Alleviate is a word that is used as verb. Alleviate, a meaning of alleviate which is used as verb, the meaning is make like suffering, deficiency or problem, make less severe. आप लेस सिवियर बना रहे हो, उसको कम सिवियर बना रहे हो, जिसे कहते हैं कम करना. चाहे वो आप सफ़र कर रहे हो कोई चीज़ डेफिशिएंसी, मतलब चाहे कोई चीज़ की कमी हो रही है, और अ प्रॉब्लम, कोई प्रॉब्लम है, उसको भी अगर आप लेस सिवियर बना रहे हो, दैट इज़ कम करना. तो दैट ऑल स्टैंड्स फॉर एलिविएट. एंड इन एलिविएट द मीनिंग ऑफ इन हिंदी दैट इज़ कम करना. Next word we have a 318 word, and the word is ascertain. Ascertain is a word that is used as verb. Meaning of ascertain, we have here find something out for certain, make sure of, जिसे हम कहते हैं सुनिश्चित करना. तो ascertain का मतलब डायरेक्टली हिंदी में होता है सुनिश्चित करना. and ascertain in English, the meaning is find something out for a certain or make sure of. You will just make suring of something, then you can say the word, you can use the word ascertain in Hindi, that is सुनिश्चित करना. Now moving on to the next one that we have here is the word 390, that is a nitty gritty. Nitty gritty is a word that is used as noun, and nitty gritty is a word. The meaning of nitty and gritty is the most important aspect or practical detail of a subject or situation, जिसे हम कहते हैं बुनियादी तथ्य. जो बुनियादी तथ्य होते हैं उनको बोलते हैं nitty gritty. And the nitty gritty, it's directly mean that the thing, the sentences, the aspect that are most important or that are more practical detail of that particular subject or for that particular situation, that बुनियादी तथ्य जिसे हम कहते हैं. And in English you can say the word nitty gritty there. Next, moving on with the next one that we have your 320th word, as you see here. The word is prudence. Prudence is a word. Prudence is used as noun basically, and the prudence meaning that we have, which is used as noun, the quality of being prudent, cautiousness, wisdom. The quality of being prudent, cautiousness and the wisdom is the meaning of prudence. In the Hindi, prudence stands for vivek. Now moving on with the next one that we have your 321th word, that is escrow. Escrow is a word that is used as verb here, and as you can see here, escrow is a word that is used as verb, and the meaning of escrow is place in custody or trust until a specified condition. As escrow is placed in the custody or the trust until a specified condition has been fulfilled. जब तक आपका कोई specified condition fulfilled नहीं होता, that place in the custody or that in the trust, then you can use the word escrow there. That is used as verb. You have to remember that. Next one we have a 322th word, and that the word is commensurate. Commensurate is a word that is used as adjective. That commensurate is a word. The meaning of commensurate is corresponding in size or degree in proportion equivalent, जिसे हम कहते हैं हिंदी में अनुरूप. तो commensurate का meaning होता है हिंदी में अनुरूप, and the meaning of commensurate is corresponding in size or a degree in a proportion equivalent. In Hindi, that is अनुरूप. The next word we have your 323 word, and the word is inevitability. Inevitably is a word that is used as adverb, and the meaning of inevitably is as is certain to happen, that is अनिवार्य रूप से, अनअवॉइडेबली जिसे आप अवॉइड नहीं कर सकते, आप उसे वो चीज़ होने से रोक नहीं सकते, अनिवार्य रूप से होना है वो चीज़. तो you can use the word inevitably there. Now moving on with the next word, that we have your 324th word, that in the English vocabulary. 324th word, that is redactive. Redactive is a word that is used as adjective here. The meaning of redactive is removal from a document prior to the publication or release. When you are removing something from a document prior publication या release होने से पहले ही अगर आप उसे remove कर देते हैं उस particular document से, आप publication होने से पहले, release होने से पहले आप उसको remove कर देते हैं, then you can use the word redactive there. Next one is a 325 word, and the word is procurement. Procurement is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of procurement is the action of obtaining or procuring something. The action that you are obtaining, the action of obtaining something, action of procuring something, जिसे हम कहते हैं खरीदना या खरीद, उसे हम कहते हैं procurement there. Now moving on with the next word, that we have it 326 word. The word is oversight. Oversight is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of oversight is an unintentional failure to notice or do something. Oversight meaning is when you are unintentionally getting failure, and that is to notice, of course, and or to do something, that is निरीक्षण करना, that is oversight in Hindi. Next word we have your 327th word. It is unprecedented. Unprecedented is a word that is used as adjective here, and the meaning of unprecedented is never done or known before. जो आपने कभी नहीं किया हो और आपको पहले कभी पता भी नहीं हो, that is unprecedented, and that in Hindi, that is अभूतपूर्ण. Next one, that we have a 328th word here. As you can see, 328th word, the word is that is a prerogative. A prerogative is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of prerogative is a right or privilege exclusive to a particular individual or class. एक right या privilege जो कि exclusive है particular individual के लिए या फिर class के लिए, that is विशेष अधिकार, जिसे हम कहते हैं, that is prerogative. Next one we have 329 word, that is pivotal. Pivotal is a word that is used as adjective, and the meaning of pivotal is of crucial importance in relation to the development or success of something else. So basically of the great crucial importance in the relation of the development and the success of something else, that in Hindi, that is kendriya. Then you can use the word pivotal there. Next word we have your 330th word, that is a quintessence. Quintessence is you can say that quintessence is that word that is used as a noun here, and the meaning of quintessence is the most typical example of quality or a class. The most typical example related to the quality, related to the class, then you can use the word quintessence, and in Hindi, that is the word meaning is prakriti. Next one we have your 331st word, and that is hinterland. Hinterland is a word that is used as noun, as you can see here. Hinterland is that word that is used as noun, and the meaning of hinterland, you can go through with that, the remote areas of a country away from the coast or banks of major rivers, जिसे हम कहते हैं आंतरिक इलाके is the word known as hinterland, and that is used as noun, and the meaning is ऐसा remote area country का जो आपका coast से बहुत दूर हो, bank of major river से बहुत दूर हो, उसे हम hinterland बोलते हैं. Now moving on with the next word that we have, a 332th word, and the word is reinvigorate. Reinvigorate is a word that is used as verb, and the meaning of reinvigorate is give new energy or strength to. बेसिकली आप न्यू एनर्जी या फिर स्ट्रेंथ देते हो किसी चीज़ को, जैसे हम कहते हैं पुनर्जीवित, एंड दैट इज री इनविगोरेट. Now moving on with the next word that we have, a 333 word that we have. Next word is 333 word, that is enduring. Enduring is a word that is using adjective, and the meaning of enduring is lasting over a period of time or durable. Lasting over a एक last एक time of period के लिए वो रहता हो, durable हो, जिसे हम कहते हैं टिकाऊ होना. That is the in Hindi English, that is enduring. Enduring directly means टिकाऊ. Next one we have a 334th word, and the word is extinction. Extinction is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of extinction that we have is disappearance. Disappearance होना, vanishing होना, जिसे हम कहते हैं समाप्ति, that is the end. In another language we can use that end word, but extinction is disappearance, जो खत्म हो रहा हो, vanish हो रहा हो, end हो रहा हो, that is समाप्ति. Next one we have your 335 word, that is manifesto. Manifesto is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of manifesto is a public declaration of policy and aims, especially one issued before an election by a political party or a candidate, जिसे हम कहते हैं घोषणा पत्र. घोषणा पत्र बेसिकली एक पब्लिक डिक्लेरेशन या फिर पॉलिसी जो कि एम एक एक मैनिफेस्टो निकलता है इलेक्शन से पहले, जो कि कैंडिडेट या पॉलिटिकल पार्टी निकालते हैं इलेक्शन से पहले, तो दैट इज द मैनिफेस्टो एंड डायरेक्टली मीन्स द घोषणा पत्र. Now moving on with the next one that we have a 336, that is bicker. Bicker is a word that is used as a verb here, and the meaning of bicker is argue about petty and trivial matters. Basically when you are arguing about petty and a trivial matter, that is कलह के बारे में argue करना, that is in Hindi, that in English that is bicker. Now then moving on is the next word, that is 337, that it is consolidate. Consolidate is a word that is used as verb here, and the meaning of consolidate is make something physically stronger or more solid, जिसे हम कहते हैं मजबूत बनाना, कंसोलिडेट बनाना. अगर आप कोई घर बना रहे हो तब बोलते हो दैट द हाउस इज कंसोलिडेट, या फिर वो घर आपका मजबूत है, तो इन दैट वे द कंसोलिडेट मीनिंग है कोई चीज़ जो फिजिकली स्ट्रांग बना रहे हो, मोर सॉलिड बना रहे हो. Next one we have your 338 word, that is quiescent. Quiescent is a word that is used as adjective. The meaning of quiescent is in a state or a period of inactivity or dormancy. Basically quiescent is that word that in that state or a period, a quick state और ऐसा कोई period जहाँ पे inactivity dormancy होनी है, जिसे हम कहते हैं शांति पूर्वक होना, that is quiescent. You can use the word there. Next word is your 339, that is plummet. Plummet is a word that is used as verb, and the meaning of plummet is fall or drop straight down at a high speed. Fall होना या drop होना सीधे अचानक से एक हाई स्पीड में, जिसे हम कहते हैं गिरावट होना. तो कोई भी चीज़ में सडन गिरावट हो रहा है, चाहे वो आपके मार्क्स के रिलेटेड हो, फिर चाहे वो आपके किसी भी पर्टिकुलर इंडिविजुअल चीज़ के रिलेटेड हो, दैट यू कैन यूज़ द वर्ड plummet there. Next one we have the 340th word, and the meaning of 40th word, that word is impunity. Impunity is a word that is used as noun here. As you can see that impunity word जो कि noun की तरह यूज होता है, meaning impunity की होती है exemptions from punishment or freedom from the injurious consequences of an action. Basically exemptions जो कि punishment के through होती है, या फिर freedom आपको मिलना है कि injurious consequences of actions के लिए, जिसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं दंड मुक्ति. Then you can use the word there impunity. That word is used as noun. Now moving on with the next word that we have your 341th word. 341th word, we have your wonk here, and that wonk is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of wonk is a studious or a hard working person. एक ऐसा person जो कि studious हो, पढ़ाई में बहुत अच्छा हो, और या फिर हार्ड वर्किंग हो, बहुत ही हार्ड वर्किंग हो, अपने काम के प्रति उसके बहुत ज़्यादा क्षमता हो, तो wonk वर्ड यूज़ करते हैं for those person, for those particular person, for that studious and a hard working person, then you can use the word wonk there. Either it could be a student, it could be a person that is studious and as well as hardworking. Next one, we have your 342th word, that is radical. Radical is a word that is used as adjective here, and the meaning of radical that we have is for reaching or thorough. That is हम कोई चीज़ को reach कर रहे हैं, thorough हो रहे हैं, that is समस्त होना in English, that is radical. That radical simplifies that the समस्त. Next one, we have a 343 word, that is welter. Welter is a word that is used as a noun, and the meaning of the welter is a large number of items in a no order, a confused mass. जो कि एक large number एक item है जहाँ पे एक कोई particular उसका कोई order नहीं है, एक confused mass है, इसको पता नहीं कि sequence में है, that is a हड़बड़ी में होना जिसमें कोई order नहीं होता, and that in English we can use the word that is welter here. Now moving on with the next one, that we have a 344th word, that is petter. Petter is a word that is used as verb, and the meaning of petter is decrease or fade gradually before coming to an end. Basically a decrease or a fade, कोई एक decrease हो रहा है, fade हो रहा है, gradually धीरे धीरे कम हो रहा है, एक धीरे धीरे जो चीज़ end हो रही है उसे हम petter बोलते हैं, and that is the word used as verb here. Next one, we have your 345th word, and that is slump. Slump जो है, slump एक word है जो कि noun के तरह use होता है, and the meaning of slump here is a sudden, severe or prolonged fall in the price, value or amount of something. Basically एक sudden आपका एक severe prolonged fall हो रहा है, price में fall हो रहा है, चाहे आपकी value में fall हो रहा है, फिर चाहे आपके amount, किसी भी चीज़ का amount में fall हो रहा है, then you can use the word slump there, and the meaning of the slump in Hindi is Monday. Next one, we have your next word, that is 346th word, and the word is ripple. Ripple word, and that the ripple word is used as verb, and ripple meaning is of water form or flow with a series of small waves on a surface. That is लहराना, लहराते हैं तो then we can use the word ripple there. Next one, we have your 347th word, that is protected. A protracted. Protracted is a word that is used as adjective. The meaning of protected is lasting for a long time and longer than except or unusual. That is दीर्घ, कोई बहुत टाइम तक चीज़ रहती है, लास्ट रहती है, longer than except or unusual, that is in दीर्घ. Protected, you can use the word. Next one, we have a 348th word, that is implicit. Implicit is a word that is used as adjective here, and the meaning of implicit that we have is suggested, तो नॉट डायरेक्टली एक्सप्रेस, जो कि सजेस्ट की जा रही है बट डायरेक्टली से एक्सप्रेस नहीं किया जा रहा है, जिसे हम कहते हैं अवनिहित होना, that is the directly means the implicit there. Next one, we have your word 341 that we have, that is tactically. Tactically is a word that is used as adverb here, and the tactically meaning we have in a way that relates to action carefully planned to gain a specific end. Basically in that way that relate to an action carefully and that is planned to a specific end. In Hindi that is chaturai karna. Then you can use the word tactically for those. That tactically stands for the chaturai. Now moving on with the next one, that we have your 350th word that you have to understood here. The 50th word is portend. Portend is a word that is used as verb here. The meaning of the portend is be a sign or a warning that something, especially something momentous or calamitous, is likely to happen. Basically that portend is directly mean पूर्व सूचक. एक कोई a sign, एक कोई warning देते हैं किसी चीज़ के लिए, especially for the momentous or the calamitous is likely to be happen, that the पूर्व सूचक पहले ही आपको उस बारे में सूचना दी जाए या जिस बारे में आपको बताया जाए, then you can use the word there, that is portend here. Now moving on with the next one, that is your next word is 350th word, and the word is here The next word is 351th word, that is paucity. Paucity is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of paucity is the presence of something in only small or insufficient quantities or amount. कोई चीज़ का presence हो, किसी चीज़ का something in the small और insufficient quantities, कोई भी चीज़ का insufficient amount में, quantity में, small amount में आपका कमी जिसे कहते हैं, basically कमी को हम you can use the word paucity there. Next word is your 352th word, and the word is conciliatory. Conciliatory is a word that is used as adjective here, and the meaning of conciliatory is peacemaking. Peacemaking होना, pacifying होना, जैसे हम कहते हैं समाधान कारक, and that is the word conciliatory means. Next one is a 353 word, that is a littoral. Littoral is a word that is used as adjective, and the meaning of littoral is relating to or situated on the shore of the sea or a lake. Relate करना किसी shore of that sea or a lake. In Hindi that is tat, so that you can use the word littoral there. Next one we have a 354th word, and the word is acrimony. Acrimony is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of acrimony that we have is your bitterness or a ill feeling. A bitterness ho ya fir ill feeling ho, in Hindi रूखापन, then you can use the word acrimony there. Next one we have your 355th word, that is mar. Mar is a word that is used as verb here, and the meaning of mar is impair the quality or appearance of, or you can say that is spoil. Impair करना कोई quality को या appearance को, तो या फिर spoil करना, then you can use the word verb mar, and that is used as there as verb. Now moving on to the next one, that we have a 356th word, that is append. Append is a word that is used as verb here, and the meaning of append is add something to the end of a written document. कोई चीज़ आप add करना, the end of the written document, कोई एक written document है, उसके end में आपको कुछ add करना है, join करना है, add करना है, जिसे हम कहते हैं सलंग्रह, then you can use the word append there. Next one we have your 357th word, and the word is disconcerting. Disconcerting is a word that is used as adjective, and the meaning of disconcerting is causing one to feel unsettled or disturbing. Basically disconcerting का क्या मतलब होता है, cause करना कि आप एक ऐसा feel करो कि आप unsettled हो या disturbed हो, then you can use the word disconcerting there. Next one we have your 358th word, that is fried. Fried is a word that is used as adjective there, and the meaning of fried is showing the effects of strain. Effects of strain आपका show करना हो रहा है, या फिर effect कर, जो आपका effect of strain है वो आपका show हो रहा है, then you can use the word there in Hindi, that is असस्त व्यस्त, that is meaning of fried in Hindi, that is असस्त व्यस्त there. Now moving on with the next one, that we have your 359th word. As you can see that the word is blatant. Blatant is a word that is used as adjective here, and the meaning of a blatant is that of a bad behavior done openly and unshamedly. Basically a bad behavior that is done openly and unshamedly, that is that done badly, and that is openly, that had done, and no shame is there, and that is unshamedly, and the blatant is a meaning that is zabardast. Next word we have your 360th word, and the word meaning of that word is gratuitous. Gratuitous is a word that is used as adjective, and the meaning of gratuitous here is done without good reason, uncalled for or unjustified. Gratuitous meaning is जब आप कोई चीज़ करते हो and that is for not good reasons, and of course that is an uncalled for or unjustified there. Next one is your 361st word, and that is your detenue. Detenue is a word that is used as noun there, and the meaning of detenue is a person held in custody, detained, detaining, that you can say, and the detenue is a word that person has, and the as a held in the custody or the detained, in Hindi that is bandi banana या bandi hona, that is detenue is directly meaning as the word that is bandi there. Now moving on with the next one that we have is your 362th word. Next is word is your 362th word, and the word is aberrant. Aberrant is a word that is used as adjective there, and the meaning of aberrant is departing from an accepted standard. Accepted standard से depart करना, and that is the meaning of aberrant there. Next word is your 363 word, that is morph, and morph is a word that is used as verb here, and the meaning of morph is undergo or cause to undergo the gradual process of transformation. आप basically undergo हो रहे हो या फिर आपका आप cause करोगे आगे undergo होने के लिए for the gradual purpose process of the transpiration. In Hindi that is रूप, and that meaning morph meaning is रूप. Now the next word we have a 364th word, that is downplay. Downplay is a word that is used as verb here, and the meaning of downplay is make something appear less important than it really is. Basically कोई चीज़ को आप less important दिखा रहे हो but actually में वो उतना less important नहीं है. That is the downplay, that a word you can use there. Make something appear less important than it really is all about, then you can use the word downplay there. Next one we have a 365th word, and that is oppressive. Oppressive is a word that is used as adjective here, and the meaning of oppressive is inflicting harsh and authoritarian treatment, that is अत्याचारी. Oppressive का मतलब होता है basically inflicting a harsh and authoritarian treatment, जिसे हम कहते हैं हिंदी में अत्याचारी होना. Next one we have your 366th word, that is perverse. Perverse is a word that is used as adjective here, and the meaning of perverse is showing a deliberate and obstinate desire to behave in a way that is unreasonable or an unacceptable, जिसे हम विकृत बोलते हैं basically. तो perverse का मतलब होता है showing a deliberate and obstinate desire to behave in that way that is unreasonable, बिना किसी रीज़न के, बिना और बिना acceptable ना कोई रीज़न के आप उस चीज़ पे बोल रहे हो, then that is your perverse there. Now moving on with the next one, that we have your 367th word, that is consolation. Consolation is a word that is used as noun here, and the meaning of consolation is the comfort received by a person आफ्टर अ लॉस और अ डिसअपॉइंटमेंट. किसी चीज़ का लॉस होना, फिर किसी चीज़ का डिसअपॉइंटमेंट फील होना, उसके बाद भी आप कंफर्ट रिसीव कर रहे हो उस पर्टिकुलर पर्सन से, जबकि कुछ लॉस हुआ है और कुछ डिसअपॉइंट हुआ है, जिसे हम कहते हैं उसके बाद. तो कंसोलेशन इज दैट वर्ड, एंड इन हिंदी दैट इज संतावना. Okay, next word is your 368. The word is arbitrary. Arbitrary is a word that is used as adjective here, and the meaning of arbitrary is of a power of ruling body, the unrestrained or autocratic in the use of authority. Basically arbitrary is that meaning, that of that power of ruling body where unrestrained and autocratic in the use of the authority is used, and then you can use the word arbitrary there. The meaning of arbitrary, this is the word that is used as adjective, and the meaning of arbitrary here is manmana. Next one we have your 369th word, and the word is culmination. Culmination is a word that is used as noun here, and the meaning of culmination is the highest or a climatic point of something, especially as attained after a long time. That highest climatic point of that something that especially that is attained for some long time, and that meaning of culmination is charam bindu in Hindi. Though you can say culmination is directly mean that charam bindu, that the upper climatic point, that is the end of tackle something. Next, moving on with the next word, that we have his 370th word, and that the word is remarkable. Remarkable is a word that is used as adjective here, and the meaning of remarkable that we have is worthy of attention, striking, extraordinary. Basically remarkable is that word that are worthy of attention, basically that is worthy for the attention, striking और as well as extraordinary, जिसे हम असाधारण बोलते हैं. रिमार्केबल इज डायरेक्टली मीन असाधारण, जो कि आपका एक वर्दी हो अटेंशन का, और बेसिकली स्ट्राइकिंग हो या एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी हो, then you can use the word remarkable there. And the meaning of remarkable in Hindi, that is असाधारण होना या असाधारण चीज. Moving on with the next word, that is 371th word that we have here is all about 371th word, that is populism. Populism is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of populism is the quality of appealing to or being aimed at ordinary people. Basically the quality of appealing someone and being aimed or the ordinary people, then you can use the word there as populism there. Next one, we have your 372th word, and that is stagnate. Stagnate is a word that is used as verb, and the meaning of stagnate we have cease developing, become inactive or dull. That is cease developing, and that is become inactive or the dull. That is in Hindi, that is gatihin hona. Next one, we have your word, that is 373th word. The word is collateral. Collateral is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of collateral is additional but subordinate. जो additional हो, additional होने के साथ साथ subordinate, that secondary होना, जिसे हम कहते हैं सहायक. Next word, we have your 374th word, evasion. Evasion is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of evasion is avoidance and indirect answer. Avoidance होना, indirect answer होना, जिसे हम कहते हैं बंधना. Next one, we have your word 375th word. As you can say that humility. Humility is a word that is used as noun here, and the meaning of humility is the quality of having a modest और लो व्यू ऑफ वंस इम्पोर्टेंस एंड मॉडेस्टी. जो ऐसी क्वालिटी जो कि बेसिकली आप हैविंग अ मॉडेस्ट और दैट लो व्यू ऑन द वंस इम्पोर्टेंस मॉडेस्टी, जिसे हम ह्यूमिडिटी का मतलब समझते हैं विनम्रता होना, that you can use the word humility there for the vinamrita. Next word, we have your 376th word, that is revoke. Revoke is a word that is used as verb, and the meaning of revoke is officially cancel a decree, decision or a promise, जिसे कहते हैं रद्द करना. तो रिवोक का मतलब होता है कोई भी चीज़ आप ऑफिशियली कैंसिल कर रहे हो, चाहे वो आपका डिग्री कैंसिल कर रहे हो, you are cancelling officially that a decision that you had taken, or you are officially cancelling the promises that you have taken, so that you can say that the word is revoke, therefore the रद्द करना there. Next one, we have a 377th word, and the word is conception there. Conception जो word है उसका वो noun की तरह use होता है, and the conception meaning is the forming or devising of a plan or idea. कोई form कर रहा है, devise करना plan को या idea को, जिसे धारणा कहते हैं. That the meaning is conception there. So conception का हिंदी में मतलब होता है धारणा. Next one, we have your word, a 378th word, that is formidable. Formidable is a word, formidable is that word that is used as adjective here, and the meaning of formidable is inspiring fear or respect through being impressively large, powerful or intense or capable. Basically inspire करना, अपने fear को respect करना, through being the impressive large, पावरफुल फील करना, इवन दो इंटेंस और कैपेबल फील होना, जिसे हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं विकट. एंड विकट फॉर्मिडेबल इज डायरेक्टली मीनिंग इन हिंदी दैट इज निकट होना. So as you know that we are going through with the English vocabulary classes, there we are providing all the words for your vocabulary, and as well as you can improve your English. So first of all, you have to write all these words and get going through with all these words that we are going through with, and you can just make it all or write it down all the words with their meaning, and then you can use these words in your conversations, in your communication, so that you can improve your English language, and as well as you need to use these words in your daily life. And I hope we had done till now 378. Now in this class we will be of course discussing about more than 400 words as well. So these 400 words, I think that is necessary and that is important, that can improve and that can increase your vocabulary at least 400 words. So that is also important. So go through with the words that we had done here. Now moving on with the next one that we have here is 379th word. Here is the next word, that is your 379th word, and this 379 word is fraught. Fraught is a word that is used as adjective there, and the meaning of fraught is causing or affected by anxiety or a stress. cause होना या affect होना, आप anxiety के through affect हो या फिर stress के through affect हो, आप तो आपका भरा हुआ जिसे कहते हैं, that is the meaning of fraught there. That word is used as adjective, that is causing and affected by the anxiety or a stress. Now moving on with the next one, that we have your 380th word, that is precisely. Precisely जो word है वो आपका adverb की तरह use होता है, and the meaning of precisely we have in exact term without vagueness. Basically in an exact term that you are using the word that is precisely or without the vagueness, that in Hindi that is निश्चित रूप से, and that basically it terms all about the precisely, and the word precisely is used as a verb, and that is the 380th word, that is निश्चित रूप से. Now moving on to the next one, that we have your 381th word, that is unprecedented. Basically unprecedented is a word that is used as a adjective here. The meaning of unprecedented is never done or known before, जो कभी आपने नहीं किया और कभी आपने सुना भी नहीं, that is अभूतपूर्ण in Hindi. So unprecedented meaning is अभूतपूर्ण. Now moving on with the next one, 382th word, that is voice. Voice is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of voice is great sorrow or distress. This is your troubles होना, distress होना, great sorrow होना, या फिर in Hindi that you can use the word a sankat there, and the voice is directly mean in Hindi, that is a sankat होना, great sorrow होना, distress होना, troubles होना, that directly means the voice there. Now moving on with the next one, that we have your 383 word, and the word is strip away. Strip away is a word that is a phrase or verb, and the strip away meaning is to gradually reduce something important. कोई gradually आप reduce कर रहे हो किसी चीज को, and something that has excited for a long time, existed for a long time, ज़्यादा टाइम के लिए रहता है, उसके बाद वो gradually decrease करता है, उसकी importance decrease होती है, that is a strip away there. Then you can use the word strip away, that is a phrase verb sentences that we are using. Next one, we have your 384 word, that is overseas. Overseas is a word that is used as adjective, and the meaning of overseas that we have is from, to, or relating to a foreign country, especially one across the sea. So basically overseas is that word for from or to or relating to a foreign country, especially that one across the sea as well. In Hindi that is videshi. So videshi, you can use the word overseas there, that is used as adjective here. Now moving on with the next one, that we have your 385th word, and that is contract. That's the word is contract, and that word is used as verb here, and the meaning of contract is decrease in size, number or range. आप decrease कर रहे हो size में, decrease कर रहे हो numbers में, decrease कर रहे हो ranges में. These all are terms in decrease in size, decrease in number, decrease in range, that is contract of course, and that is used as verb, and the meaning of contract in Hindi is संकुचित होना. संकुचित is that word that is directly mean the contract here. Next one, we have your 386th word, that is slump. Slump is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of slump is a sudden, severe, or prolonged fall in price, value or amount of something. In Hindi that is मंदी. Slump का मतलब होता है basically एक sudden, severe, prolonged fall होना, price में होना, या फिर आपका fall of value होना, the amount of something, that is in Mandi, that is known as the word slump. Then you can use the word slump there. Now moving on to the next word, that we have your 387th word, and that all our words important. As I told you that we will discuss more than 400 words in this class. So at last after this class you will be having a bunch of 400 new vocabulary words that you can improve your English, and even though you can use those words in your communication, in your conversation as well. Now moving on to the next one, that we have your 387th word. So here the next word is 387 and the word is insatiable. Insatiable is a word that is used as adjective here. And the meaning of insatiable is impossible to satisfy something when you are not that much that is impossible to satisfy. Uncontrollable, जिसे आप control नहीं कर सकते हैं, that impossible to satisfy. और uncontrollable, that is लालची, इतना लालची कि आप उसको satisfy ही नहीं कर सकते हो, उसको control ही नहीं कर सकते हो. लालची, insatiable is that word that directly means in Hindi, that is लालची. Next one, we have your 388th word, and that is be calmed. Be calmed is a word that is used as adjective here, and be calmed is a word that unable to move through the lack of wind. Basically, that is unable to move through the lack of wind, that you can state directly, that is it. The word stands for be calmed there. Next one, we have your 389th word, that is burgeon. Burgeon is a word that is used as verb, and the meaning of burgeon is begin to grow or increase rapidly. कोई भी चीज़ ऐसी जो आप increase कर रही हो, या फिर increase rapidly कर रही हो, या फिर आप कह सकते हो flourish होना, and that directly means about burgeon, and burgeon stands for the flourish होना. Next, moving on with the next one, that we have your 390th word, and the word is creed. Creed is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of creed is a system of religious belief. एक system जो कि एक religious belief पे हो, faith पे हो, जिसे हम कहते हैं संप्रदाय. A system of religious belief or faith, that is संप्रदाय. Next one, we have your 390th word, that is treatise. Treatise hona, that is the word that is used as noun. Treatise meaning is a written work dealing formally and systematically with the subject. Basically a written work, एक ऐसा written work जो कि deal करता हो formally और systematically against the subject, जिसे हम कहते हैं हिंदी में निबंध लिखना. तो निबंध is directly mean the treatise in English. So you can just say that treatise is directly mean as nibandh here. Now moving on with the next one, that we have your 392th word, that is recess. Recess is a word that is used as noun here, and the meaning of recess is a small space created by building part of a wall further back for the rest. Basically जिसे हम कहते हैं recess होता है, एक small space create किया जाता है building a part for the walls and further back from the rest, that अवकाश लेना, थोड़ा टाइम का गैप होना. जस्ट लाइक आपके स्कूल और कॉलेजेस में भी रिसेस होता है, ब्रेक टाइम होता है, लंचन होता है. सो ऑल दिस इज नोन एज रिसेस, एंड दैट इज अवकाश, थोड़ा टाइम की छुट्टी. 393th word, and that is derision. Derision is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of derision is contemptuous, ridicule or mockery, that is उपहास होना. Derision is that contemptuous, ridicule or mockery, and derision is a word that is meaning of derision is उपहास. Next word is 394th word that we have here is gobble. Gobble is a word that is used as verb here, and the gobble meaning is use a large amount of something very quickly. एक ज़्यादा large amount किसी चीज़ का जो कि आप बहुत ही easily और बहुत ही जल्दी quickly इसको use कर ले, that is your gobble. Then you can use the word gobble there for those that use a large amount of something very quickly here. Now moving on with the next one, that we have your 395th word, and the word is your reiteration. A reiteration is a word that is used as noun here, and the meaning of reiteration is the action of repeating something typically for emphasizes a clarity. एक action जो कि आप repeat कर रहे हो किसी चीज़ को, या typically emphasize कर रहे हो, clarity दे रहे हो, that दोहराना जिसे हम कहते हैं, reiteration is the meaning of दोहराना here, that you can use the word. Now moving on with the next one, that we have a 396th word. 396th word is a prejudice. Prejudice is a word that is used as noun here, and the meaning of prejudice is preconceived opinion that is not based on reason or actual experiences. Basically prejudice is of that word, that is preconceived opinion, जिसके पास preconceived opinion होता है, that is not based on any reason or actual experiences, that is prejudice. And the meaning of prejudice is पक्षपात होना. करना, next पक्षपात रहना, that is the prejudice word. Meaning is, next word is your 397th word, that is swear. Swear is a word that is used as verb, and the meaning of swear is promise under oath या वो promise जो आप कर रहे हो एक oath के अंडर में, that is swear, and that is शपथ लेना, जैसे हम कहते हैं कसम लेना, तो that is शपथ लेना. For that swear meaning is. Now moving on with the next one, we have your 398th word. 398 word, that is the word is ethos here, and the meaning, the word ethos is used as noun here, and that the meaning of ethos is spirit, character, atmosphere. Spirit, character या फिर atmosphere, that is the word ethos is used. This is prakriti. Next one is your 390th word, that is catapult. Catapult is a word that is used as verb, and the verb meaning is, that is hurl or launch, that is something without or as if with a catapult, that is गुलेल. तो गुलेल है आपका, catapult जो है वो गुलेल होता है, that is hurl or launch something without as if with a catapult here. Now the next word that we have here, as you can see, that is the 400 word. As I told you, we will be moving in this class after more than 400 words, so that we are dealing here. And the 400 word, the word is your hegemon. Hegemon is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of hegemon is a supreme leader. एक supreme leader जो है उसे हम hegemon बोलते हैं. Now the next word we have your 401th word, that is persona. Persona is a word that is used as noun. The meaning of persona here, the aspects of someone's character that is presented to perceived by others, that is vyaktitva. Vyaktitva, persona is that aspects of something character, someone's character that is perceived to or perceived by others, that is vyaktitva. In Hindi you can say that persona is directly mean in Hindi, that is vyaktitva. Next 412th word, that is your distinctive. Distinctive is a word that is used as adjective here, and the distinctive is the word. The meaning of distinctive is characteristics of one person or thing. Characteristics एक इंसान के बारे में या फिर चीज़ के बारे में, that is distinctive, and that meaning is विशिष्ट होना. Okay, in Hindi distinctive is directly mean विशिष्ट. Next word is 403 word, and the word is outlive. Outlive is a word that is used as verb, and the meaning of outlive is of a person live larger than another person, that is अति जीवित रहना. Okay, उससे ज़्यादा टाइम तक के रहना एक पर्टिकुलर टाइप के लिए, that is outlive here. Next one is your 404th word, and that you can see that endorsement. Endorsement is a word that is used as noun here, and the meaning of endorsement is to support, approval, or agreement. Basically, to support something, approval, give us some approval, something, some for some thing, and agreement, of course, that is samarthan karna in Hindi. So endorsement is directly mean as samarthan, to support something, to approve something, to agreement on that particular something, that is endorsement karna, samarthan karna. Now moving on to the next word, that we have your 405th word, that is coherence. Coherence is a word that is used as noun here, and the meaning of coherence is the quality of being logical and consistent. वो एक quality, जब आप एक कोई logical बात कर रहे होते हो या convenient बात कर रहे होते हो, consistent बात कर रहे होते हो, then you can use the word coherence there, and the meaning of coherence is अनुकूल होना. अनुकूल होना is the directly mean of coherence here. Now moving on with the next word, that we have your 406th word. As of all words are important in such a way that we are discussing here. 406th word, that is traction. Traction is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of traction is the action of drawing or pulling something over a surface. ट्रैक्शन बेसिकली क्या मतलब होता है ट्रैक्शन का, कि एक ऐसा एक्शन जो कि आपका ड्रॉ करे या पुल करे आपको किसी समथिंग फॉर ओवर अ सरफेस आपका, देन यू कैन यूज द वर्ड ट्रैक्शन देयर. The meaning of traction, then you can fulfill that. Traction is that the word, that the meaning is the action of drawing or pulling something over a surface. The next word is your 407th word, and the word is convene there. And convene is a word that is used as verb here, and the meaning of convene is come or bring together for meeting or activity. Assemble, जिसे हम कहते हैं आना, और आप to bring some together for a meeting or activity, for assembling something, that is आयोजन करना, that is convene. Next one is your 408th word, that is imbibe. Imbibe is a word that is used as verb here, and the meaning of imbibe is absorb or assimilate, that is idea or knowledge. आप absorb करना या assimilate करना, चाहे वो आप idea को कर रहे हो चाहे वो knowledge को कर रहे हो, जिसे हम कहते हैं सोखना. Okay, absorb करना, सोख लेना, assimilate करना. Okay, that is imbibe. You can use the word here, that is the new word as well. Now moving on to the next one, that we have a 409th word, that is manifest. Manifest is a word that is verb, that meaning is be evidence of proof. Evidence, ये manifesto मैंने आपको बताया था, जो कि लास्ट अभी अगर आपको लगे ऐसा कि रिपीट हो रहा है, तो ऐसा नहीं है. वो मैनिफेस्टो था जो कि इलेक्शन से पहले कैंडिडेट और पार्टी जो होता है वो मैनिफेस्टो निकालता है. बट दिस इज द वर्ड दैट इज मैनिफेस्ट, एंड द वर्ड इज यूज्ड एज वर्ब हियर. And the meaning of manifest is be evidence of proof. आपके पास evidence होना चाहिए, proof होना चाहिए, then you can say the word manifest there, that is प्रकट करना. Okay, manifest देना. Next one, we have your 410th word, that is lurking. Lurking is a word that is used as adjective here, and the meaning of lurking that we have is remaining hidden so as to wait in ambush. आप hidden रहो और जबकि to wait for the ambush, that is छिपा रहना या छिपा हुआ, that is you can use the word lurking there. If someone is छिपा हुआ, then you can use the word lurking there. Next one is your 411th word, that is align. Align is that word that is used as verb here, and the meaning of align here is give support to person or organization or a cause. Basically, if you're giving support to a person, if you're giving support to an organization, if you're giving support to a cause, then you can use the word align there. And the align directly in Hindi, that is पंक्तिबद्ध करना, that is alignment. Next word, we have a 412th word, and the word is unaccompanied. Unaccompanied is a word that is used as adjective here, and the meaning of unaccompanied is having no companion or escort alone. Having no companion or escort alone, that is bina sathi, and that is unaccompanied. Next word that we have a 413th word, and the word is competent. Competent is a word that is used as adjective, and the meaning of competent is having the necessary ability, knowledge or skill to do something successfully. तो बेसिकली आप necessary आपके पास वो ability, knowledge हो, skills जो आपके आप कुछ कर सकते हैं successfully, that is सक्षम. So that in English you can see the word competent there. The competent word is that in Hindi, that is saksham here. Now moving on with the next word, that is your 414th word. The word is wet. Wet is a word that is used as verb here, and the meaning of wet is make a careful and a critical examination of. आप careful और critical examination किसी चीज़ के बारे में करते हैं, किसी चीज़ के बारे में, something के बारे में करते हैं, चाहे आपके careful critical examinations हो रहे हो. Okay, that is a wet is used here. Now the next word that we have, your 415th word, that is accord here. Accord is a word that is used as verb here, and the accord meaning is give or grant someone's power, status or recognition, be harmonious or consistent with, that is सहमत करना. तो accord का मतलब होता है आप किसी को grant कर रहे हो, give कर दे रहे हो, चाहे power आप दे रहे हो, चाहे आप status दे रहे हो, चाहे recognition दे रहे हो, और वो भी एक हार्मोनियस और कंसिस्टेंट के साथ आप किसी चीज़ को पावर दे रहे हो, आप किसी चीज़ को, किसी पर्टिकुलर पर्सन को आप स्टेटस दे रहे हो, रिकॉग्निशन दे रहे हो. दैट व्हाट ऑल अबाउट इन हार्मोनियस इन द कंसिस्टेंट वे, जिसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं सहमत करना. दैट इज अकॉर्ड इज डायरेक्टली मीन सहमत करना. Now moving on with the next one, that is your 416th word here. 416th word, that is invigorate. Invigorate is a word that is used as verb here, and invigorate meaning is give strength or energy to. आप strength दे रहे हो, energy दे रहे हो, that is in Hindi, that is मजबूत करना. मजबूत करना, that you can say the word invigorate करना, that is used as verb here. Next one, we have your 417th word here, that is the spur. Spur is a word that is used as verb here, and the meaning of spur is give an incentive or encouragement to someone. आप किसी को incentive दे रहे हो, encouragement दे रहे हो, then you can use the word spur there, that is प्रेरणा. Now the next word we have, your 418 here, is inception. Inception is a word that is used as noun here, and the meaning of inception is the establishment or starting point of an institution or activity. कोई establishment हो रहा है, starting point से आपका एक institution में या activity में, then you can use the word inception there, and in Hindi that the word meaning is आरंभ. Next one is your 419th word, and the word is dissemination. Dissemination is a word that is used as noun here, and the meaning of dissemination, as you can see, that the action or a fact of spreading something, especially information, widely. Dissemination directly mean कि आप कोई ऐसा action कर रहे हो, कोई ऐसा fact कर रहे हो जहाँ पे आप information को आप widely spread कर रहे हो, then you can use the word dissemination there. The dissemination in Hindi, that is प्रसार करना, sorry, प्रसार करना. Next one is your the word 420th word, and the word is impetus. Impetus is a word that is used as noun, and impetus is a word, the meaning of impetus is something that makes a process or activity happen or happen more quickly. Impetus is word जब आप कोई चीज़ एक कोई प्रोसेस हो रहा है, तो एक्टिविटी जो हो रही है वो आपकी जल्दी हो जाए, बहुत ही क्विकली हो जाए, जिसे हम कहते हैं प्रोत्साहन होना. दैट इज़ द वर्ड impetus, their meaning is. Now moving on with the next one, that you can see that 421th word here, that 421th word is subsequent there. Subsequent is a word that is used as adjective here, and the meaning of subsequent is coming after something in time, फॉलोइंग. तो बेसिकली आप कोई चीज़ आ रही है आपकी किसी एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम के बाद, सो फॉलोइंग दैट, आगामी जिसे कहते हैं, मीनिंग इज subsequent, and that the word is used as adjective here. Next word is 422th word, that is abundantly. Abundantly, abundantly is a word that is used as a adverb here, and the meaning of abundantly is in a large quantities or your plentifully. एक large quantities में या फिर plentifully में, जिसे हम कहते हैं हिंदी में बहुतायत से, बहुतायत से. Next one, we have your 423 word, that is a sabotage. Sabotage is a word that is used as verb, and the sabotage meaning is deliberately destroy, damage. जिस deliberately आप किसी को destroy करते हैं, किसी चीज़ को damage करते हैं, in हिंदी नुकसान पहुंचाना, तो that you can use the word sabotage there for नुकसान पहुंचाना. Next word we have here, that is 424th word, that is strip here. Strip is a word that is used as verb here, and the meaning of strip is remove all covering from. हर एक covering आप remove कर दें, जिसे हम कहते हैं अलग करना. तो strip करना, हर एक covering को आप अलग कर दो. तो in all that आज के क्लास के लिए इतना ही, जो कि हमने 424th वर्ड्स ऑलरेडी वोकैबुलरी में इंक्रीज कर लिए हैं. अगर आप हमारे चैनल फर्स्ट टाइम से देख रहे हो तो आई थिंक आपके 424th वर्ड ऐड नहीं हो चुके हैं और आपकी वोकैबुलरी थोड़ी इन्हांस हो गई होगी, जिसकी वजह से अगर आप उसका कन्वर्सेशन कम्युनिकेशन में यूज़ कर रहे हो तो ऑफ कोर्स आपकी जो इंग्लिश है वो बेटर से बेटर हो चुकी होगी, दैट इज़ फॉर श्योर. एंड क्लास जो हमारा चैनल आज फर्स्ट टाइम देख रहे हैं या अभी तक आपने हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है, इट्स अ रिक्वेस्ट कि आप हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो, सो दैट हम जो भी वीडियोस डालें वो आपके पास सबसे पहले पहुँचे. एंड सेकेंडली, अगर आपको हमारा वीडियो अच्छा लगे तो प्लीज़ हमारे वीडियो को लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करो, सो दैट ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग के पास वीडियो पहुँचे और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग इसका यूटिलाइजेशन भी कर सके. उसके साथ साथ जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया था ऑलरेडी, मैंने अभी ये क्लास 7 शुरू की है, तो अभी भी ऐसा कुछ लेट नहीं हुआ है. तो प्लीज़ हमारे वीडियोस को सब्सक्राइब करो, लाइक करो, शेयर करो. और जितने वर्ड्स मैं आपको बता रही हूँ, जैसा कि मैंने हर बार आपको बोला है कि आप प्लीज़ इन वर्ड्स को लिख लो एंड इसके मीनिंग के साथ लिख लो, सो दैट यू वंस यू गो थ्रू विद दोज वर्ड्स you will be learning those new words with their meaning as well. And if you're using these words in your communication, in your conversation, of course you are improving your knowledge, and as well as you can improve your knowledge, you can become a good communicator, your communication level is good, and of course your conversation is always good. And thank you, hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion in a comment box. And for those subscriber who had subscribed our channel before and we had reached 1000 subscriber, so thanks for all those subscriber, those who had subscribed our channel, those who had support us, because आपके बिना ये possible नहीं था. Thank you.